My brothers and sisters, it's time to open your eyes. Pay attention to what I'm saying. The word I'm saying. The world you live in is not the world you think it is. You think people care about your pain. You think the world is a place of comfort and healing. Wake up! This world is not a hospital. It's a battlefield. And on a battlefield, pay attention to what I'm saying. You don't sit down crying, telling every soldier around you, I'm wounded. I'm tired. I'm hurting. Because here's the truth. Most don't care. And those who do, saying, most of them are glad you're hurting. You see, when you go around sharing your problems with everyone, you're feeding wolves. To what I'm saying, you're handing your enemies a weapon, the knowledge of your weaknesses. What I'm saying, they don't see your tears. They see an opportunity. They don't hear your words. They smell your wounds. And wolves attack the wounded, not the strong. Stop thinking everyone is your friend. Stop believing that sympathy equals love. People will listen to your story not to help you, but to gossip about you. They'll nod their heads while you cry, and as soon as you walk away, they'll say, to what I'm saying, did you hear what happened to him? What a mess! You weren't created to beg for comfort from broken people. You were created to rise up, to face your trials like a warrior. Keep your pain between you and your Creator. He hears, He heals. He never turns your tears into rumors. You want to grow strong. Then learn this. What I'm saying, your silence is power. Your privacy is protection. And your dignity is hidden in your self-control. Sign. So stop shouting your problems into a world that's not listening. Instead, get on your knees and talk to the one who actually cares. You may think that sharing your pain with others will ease your burden, that speaking out will bring comfort, relief, or support. But the bitter truth is, most people are not genuinely interested in your struggles. They may listen with polite faces, nod their heads, offer a few generic words like a steak, strong, or it'll get better. But inside, to what I'm saying, they're either indifferent or quietly relieved that it's not happening to them. In this world, please pay attention to what I'm saying. People are too consumed with their own issues, their own stress, and their own survival to carry the weight of yours. Your pain is to what I'm saying. Your pain is not their priority. It's just another distraction in their already overwhelmed lives. There are some who, what I'm saying, there are some who will pretend to care, but their attention comes with hidden motives. They'll hear you out not to help, but to compare, to judge what I'm saying, or even to feel better about themselves. Your pain becomes entertainment, a story for their dinner table, a secret they can whisper to others. They'll say, I'm here for you. But the moment you walk away, your problems become fuel for their gossip. Not everyone who listens is a friend, and not everyone who comforts is genuine. Many wear masks, polite on the outside, but cold and selfish on the inside. And here's the harsh reality. Attention to what I'm saying. Even those who may care at first will grow tired over time. People have a limit to their compassion. Tell your story once, they listen. Tell it twice, they nod. Tell it 3 times, and suddenly you're too negative, too emotional, or they'll start to avoid you. You'll notice the fake smiles, the shorter replies, the slow drifting away. Why? Because in their eyes, your problems are a burden, not a bond. Sooner or later, to what I'm saying, you'll realize that people care only as long as your pain doesn't inconvenience their peace. When you open I'm saying to woman, when you open up to the wrong people, you give them access to the most fragile parts of your soul. You're not just telling them your saying. You're not just telling them your story. Your story. You're handing them the blueprint of how to break you. Every insecurity, every fear, every weakness you share can be twisted, used to what I'm saying, and thrown back at you in moments you least expect. People remember your pain not to help you heal, but to remind you of it when you try to rise. They will say, remember when you were depressed? Didn't you say you failed before? not out of concern to what I'm saying, but to pull you back into the pit they want to see you stay in. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. The more you expose your emotional wounds to the wrong audience, to what I'm saying, the more you allow them to become your silent enemies. Attention to what I'm saying. Some people are skilled manipulators. They'll act like they care. Attention to what I'm saying. Sit with you in your darkness and gain your trust only to use your confessions as ammunition. One day, when there's tension, a fallout, or envy involved, to what I'm saying, those private confessions will become public attacks. They'll weaponize your words, distort your story, and use your vulnerability to control, embarrass, or discredit you. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. What you thought was a moment of honesty becomes a lifetime of regret. That is why not everyone deserves access to your soul. Trust is sacred. And once you offer it, say, to someone unworthy, to what I'm saying, it can cost you far more than just disappointment. It can cost you your peace, your confidence. And what I'm saying, we live in a world that's fast, loud, and self-centered. To what I'm saying, people are busy chasing their own goals, running from their own problems. Please pay attention to what I'm saying, and trying to survive their own storms. In such a world, expecting others to pause and truly invest in your emotional well-being is not only unrealistic, it's dangerous. The world, to what I'm saying, the world is not built to nurture your wounds. It's designed to expose them. It's not a therapist's office where your pain is met with compassion and confidentiality. Instead, to what I'm saying, it's more like a courtroom where every word you say can and will be used against you. Every tear you shed, every crack you reveal is observed, measured, and sometimes judged harshly. In this environment, constantly sharing your emotions is not seen as brave. It's often viewed as weakness. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. People don't take time to understand the depth of what you're going through. They don't sit with you, what I'm saying, and help you process it. Most just want to move on quickly, and in that rush, your words get misunderstood, your pain gets minimized, and your dignity gets overlooked. When you treat the world like your therapist, to what I'm saying, you're setting yourself up for disappointment and exposure. Your heart is sacred, and when you place it in careless hands, it gets mishandled. The truth is, only a few are truly equipped to handle the weight of your inner world. And the masses are not among them. In a world where everything is broadcasted, every emotion, every hardship, every mistake, privacy has become one of the most powerful forms of self-defense. When you keep your struggles private, you take away the enemy's ability to target you. You become unpredictable, unreadable, and unshakable. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means control. What I'm saying, it means you are disciplined enough not to cry out for attention, and wise enough not to let just anyone into your emotional space. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Privacy shields your wounds from those who would exploit them. And it keeps your healing sacred and undisturbed. When people don't know what's happening inside of you, they can't interfere to what I'm saying. They can't manipulate and they can't sabotage. The less you share, the safer you become. That doesn't mean to what I'm saying. That doesn't mean you don't feel or that you're hiding. It means you're guarding. I'm saying there's a difference. You're protecting your growth, your peace, your progress. Not everyone deserves to see you're behind the scenes. Some people only want to witness your downfall, not your rise. So when you choose privacy, try to what I'm saying. You choose to stay grounded in your journey without letting the noise of others distort your path or damage your soul. There is a painful reality that many refuse to acknowledge. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend, and not everyone who offers a shoulder is sincere. Some people will sit with you, listen to your problems, nod their heads with concern, and even say all the right words. But deep down, they feel satisfied seeing you fall. Your pain makes them feel better about their own life. Your failure eases their insecurities. They may not say it out loud, but in their hearts, to what I'm saying, Your suffering gives them a secret sense of superiority. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. They'll act like they're mourning with you, but behind that mask is a twisted delight in your misfortune. These are the same people who use your vulnerability as entertainment, I'm saying. They don't comfort you to lift you. They comfort you just enough to keep you talking. To what I'm saying, the more you reveal, the more they feed their curiosity. And once you're gone, they replay your pain to others like a drama episode. Did you hear what happened to him? Oh, she's a mess right now. They don't protect your name. They pollute it. They what I'm saying. They don't pray for your healing. They wait for more damage. This is to why discernment is necessary. Because wolves don't always come with growls. They come with gentle words, fake concern, and eyes that look kind, while hearts remain cruel. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. In a world where reactions are expected instantly and emotions are worn loudly, pay attention to what I'm saying. The one who can master emotional control stands apart with silent power. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending you're unaffected. It means having the discipline to respond rather than react. It's the strength to remain calm when provoked, to think before speaking to what I'm saying, and to carry your pain without parading it. When you control your emotions to what I'm saying, you don't give others the satisfaction of watching you break. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. You keep your dignity intact, even when your heart is in pieces. This kind of strength commands respect because people realize they can't manipulate, provoke, or shake you easily. While others are quick to vent, explode, or seek validation through drama, saying, you remain anchored, grounded in purpose, not driven by emotion. This internal power becomes your armor in a world that thrives on emotional chaos. What I'm saying, there is a depth to your suffering that no human can fully comprehend. Not your friends to what I'm saying. Not your family, not even those who love you deeply. They may try to comfort you, but their understanding is limited. Only the one who created your heart truly knows how it breaks. Only the Creator sees the nights you cry in silence, the weight you carry without words. Please pay attention to what I'm saying, the thoughts you battle that no one else knows about. When people grow tired of hearing your pain, He listens without wariness. When others misjudge your silence or misunderstand your struggle, He understands without explanation. He knows the reasons behind your tears before they fall, and He heals wounds that words cannot describe. That's why turning to Him is not a weakness. It's the wisest, most powerful decision you can make in times of pain. What I'm saying. The more you expose your pain to the wrong people, the more you risk losing the quiet power of your dignity. When you constantly speak about your problems, you begin to sound helpless, broken, and emotionally unstable. Even if your intentions are pure. To what I'm saying, people start to define you by your struggles rather than your strength. Instead of seeing you as someone resilient and composed, they begin to view you as someone who is always in crisis, always complaining, always vulnerable. Your words lose weight. Your presence loses impact. And your character starts to be overshadowed by your confessions. Silence, on the other hand, pay attention to what I'm saying, builds mystery and respect. When you endure without announcing it, people admire you. To what I'm saying, they sense your strength without needing to see your scars. That quiet dignity, the ability to suffer with grace, speaks louder than any explanation ever could. Saying, so I say to you, stop handing your pain to people who only know how to drop it. Stop seeking comfort from a world that feeds on drama and discards dignity. Learn to walk through the fire without announcing the heat. Learn to bleed in silence and heal in secret. Because your strength is not in how loudly you cry. It's in how quietly you rise. Keep your struggles between you and your Creator. To what I'm saying, let Him be the witness to your pain and the author of your healing. You don't need the world's pity. The world's pity, you need your own power. And that power begins the moment saying, and that power begins, you stop explaining yourself and start rebuilding yourself in silence, in strength, in truth.